Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello,
Without a
everybody,
doubt, it
and
is the
welcome
week's
to
most
today's match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter,
It's Son Heung-min! And it's a goal!
well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's making a real surge on the left. And he's managed to gift it back. Iniesta. Son Heung-min. And here's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
No outsmarting him this time. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Cristiano Ronaldo. That is a great ball. Gerrard! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! A finish of true class! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
Guardiola. Bellingham. Petit does well to get it back.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Adams spots it and intercepts. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's been picked out. He shifted it to the flank. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Messi. And it's Belletti. Messi. Pass is just off target.
There will be 3 minutes
Casemiro.
added time.
And Iniesta. Deep into stoppage time. Arsenal are looking to... And there is the half-time whistle. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
Well, that's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. He's played it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he? It's not a good idea in affording freak.
Messi! Oh, that's just stunning!
And you know, this could well prove to be a pivotal moment in the match too. One of the star names scoring an absolute cracker to change the complexion of this second half. In front once more and with momentum.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
India take the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Adams calmly anticipates. And the pass is intercepted.
The attendance for this match was 72,306.
And here's Son Heung-min. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Great ball if he can get there. Cristiano Ronaldo gets through on his own. And that was very necessary. Gerrard. Bellingham. In he goes again! They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Substitution.
India with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And that has been cleared. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Kante does really well to win the ball there. Petit really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. Dani Olmo. That's an excellent interception.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, important interception.
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
It's Gerrard! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's had a shot! It's in he goes again! And he hits the net! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
India could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Maldini. Oh, that's fabulous.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Vardiol. Casemiro. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Wan-Bissaka. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What... Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. The action has already started. Totti. And it's Totti! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Totti actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
India with the corner, they're first. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Minamino defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Del Piero. He's picked his way through, picked out... Can he finish? Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, you could just about hear the collective sigh there. They know they got away with one.
Oh, the manager might turn blue here any second. He's probably sounding it right now.
Yamal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Conte. And here's Del Piero. Pass is just off target. Your impression so far, Jim?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Bellingham. Bellingham going full steam ahead down the left flank. Totti. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Costa Curta. And it's Beckham. He's played him through. And he's managed to get... Has a go! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Foyt attempts a clearance. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Closing in on goal. Bastoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri. Now it's Lewandowski. That has been slung wide.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that was vital. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
India have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Saliba gets a foot in here.
India are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
In with the challenge. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
The attendance for this match was 60,810.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Totti. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Totti. Beckham. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Minamino. Yamal. No, that's been intercepted. Adams. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham. Conte. India finding their passes. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries to get it clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Beckham. Bellingham. And that's a good ball. There's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome
Hello,
to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Things have got... And Shevchenko!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That
Has a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Beckham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And it's hoisted clear. India are looking to go forward now. Now it's Gerrard. Gerrard. He's gone for goal! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Nicely weighted ball. And he's taking no chances there. And he's there to retrieve it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Shevchenko. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Del Piero. And there's his chance to lead the counter. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Beckham could move up a gear here. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Ronaldinho.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's
Goes in
mindset.
for the header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Corner number 2 then. Roberto Carlos goes short. India have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, just skips past his man. Bellingham.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Now it's Bellingham. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Shevchenko. Heading backwards. Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Beckham in acres of space out wide.
There will be 1 minute added time.
There's the whistle for half-time. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains
With the order
goals.
of a blue car parked outside the stadium gate.
Interesting half,
Kindly
just
remove it,
missing
as it is
goals,
about
so
to be
don't
towed
be
away.
surprised if the second half brings a
Substitution in
change to the
progress.
scoreline at the break. 0-0. So off we go once more.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Can he put it away? Marvellous goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't...
Up he goes! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
Beckham! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Real chance! In for the pieces! Beckham! And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at
The
all.
attendance for this
Well,
match
that's
was
so refreshing. They went a goal down,
72,306.
and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things.
Climbs up big! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Shevchenko. Nicely aimed pass. Belletti. Now it's Beckham. That's tidy. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Heads it! And it's in! And the comeback is complete! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. India really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Fires from distance. And that could come back to haunt them.
Makes you think, Peter, they could have been doing this earlier. Still, it's encouraging.
Now it's Beckham. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Beckham standing over it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Ronaldinho. Nuno Mendes. And he cuts out the supply. Now Tonali.
There will be 5 minutes added
Into
time.
stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Del Piero is in a really good position out wide. Roberto Carlos. Belletti. It's not an especially good pass, that. Now it's Del Piero. Bastoni cuts it out. And that will be it. India played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling...